Alright, Travis Winggood. So as a few of you know, I started a new playlist with a series on it, talking about the succession crisis of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I'm hoping that that will help out, because my dream this morning was about how a girl I really liked knew that I liked her, and so she let me see her like another guy, and the other guy was the bully to me, and so I understood that's why I can't get through to Mormons, is because Mormons don't understand my history with the church. They think that I just flipped a switch and all of a sudden hate the church and I'm against the church and try to destroy the church. Mormons don't understand. And so, knowing our history as Mormons, I'm hoping will help understand what's going on currently. And the fourth video, I was able to make the direct connection with today. And so even though I haven't gotten to everybody that branched off from Joseph Smith's murder, it does give a foundation for why things happen now. As Mormons, Joseph Smith had prophecies, and as Mormons we have expectations for the second coming. As I did the video about seeing Jesus in my dreams at Adam on Diamond, there are certain things that we've come to assume will happen. One of them is that Jesus Christ of the Christians, whom we have redefined because of the first vision as not being the Trinity but a separate and distinct God, is coming back and will come to the Mormons first in Adam on Diamond before going to the Jews and saying, hey, you guys have been wrong this whole time. You guys were the ones that murdered me. And so I'm giving you a second chance now, as you're now saved. It's those assumptive leaps that Mormons make. For example, Moroni chapter 10, verses 3 through 5. Mormons take out manifest and by the power of. And so Mormons then have reinterpreted that passage to say, oh, all I need to do with anything I come across in life, read, ponder, pray, and whatever comes to my mind is from God, and that's the answer, and I don't need to do anything more, because the work I've done to read and ponder is sufficient for the fruit of the answer in my head. So that's a big dilemma to overcome, and it's part of Mormon illiteracy that I wrote way back in the 2000s. It's simple, Mormons. James. Faith without works is dead. Faith without fruit is dead. Seed without fruit is dead. See, everybody knows seed without fruit is dead. Jesus talks about the fig tree that had no figs. And so he ordered it burned. So people know that, but then they can't make the application into faith. Faith is in the Word, which Alma chapter 32, starting verse 28, says will liken unto a seed. And you're supposed to produce fruit from it. The Word isn't the fruit. The Word is the seed. So the idea you get in your head after reading and pondering, that's just the seed. You're not done. You just started, and you finally got a seed. Mormons don't get that, and they're going around the world spreading the false doctrine of faith without fruit is good. And it's from God. Going around giving seeds, and nobody's planting them. And so understanding church history is similar. If we don't know our past, we're doomed to repeat the errors of the past. We are now Nazi America because we did not learn from Nazi Germany. It's not complicated. And those who turned it into Nazi Germany wanted it to be, or Nazi America. They wanted it that way. They purposely plotted and planned step by step each and every single phase that involved mass brainwashing of Americans, causing a dichotomous split and causing conflict with misinformation and disinformation from the art of war. They knew exactly what they were doing. And so it's hoped that with these videos for the succession crisis, Mormons will understand, as I came to understand when I studied church history, that this is not the true church. That's why Mormons are making such major doctrinal errors on basic doctrines. Is because the church isn't giving clear, definite answers for Mormons. They just give them the scriptures that were made by others and say, you guys figure it out. It's a personal relationship with God. Work out your own salvation. We're just here to give you orders. And like me, I'm expecting that the majority of you Mormons did not know that the inverted pentagram is the symbol of Brigham Young and Heber C. Kimball. They put it on the Nauvoo Temple, dedicated it on the anniversary of the Illuminati. You couldn't get a more clear symbolic signal to their Illuminati Scottish Rites brethren. We had murdered and taken over the organization that stopped us in 1826. We will be the religion when we rise again to destroy America. And so Albert Pike, in his letter to Giuseppe Mazzini, Albert Pike is a Scottish Rites Mason, and he says in the letter, we are the Illuminati. And in the Third World War, we will replace Christianity and atheism with the doctrine of Lucifer. They will have placed the king on the throne of America and put Lucifer's church established as well. The two working together. It's very simple. But when you have assumptions about what's to come, because you don't know the past, those errors in not knowing the past create further errors with what you assume for the future. And so Mormons are looking and waiting for something else to come, and it's never going to come, because they've got their history wrong. And it's causing errors right now in their understanding of the scriptures. As faith, for example, that's a basic one. That's like the key of all faith. That's the key of all the gospel. If you got faith wrong, nothing else will work right in your life. And so sure enough, Mormons put the king of the kingmen on the throne, and there is no Captain Moroni, or at least you're not listening to Captain Moroni, because you're looking for someone else to be Captain Moroni. Just like you're looking for Jesus to do everything for you, to come destroy the wicked and set you free so that you can be filthy rich with the lifestyle you want to live for the rest of your life, and then be granted into exaltation so that you don't have to work hard. So, I mean, Joseph Smith made it clear. The elders of Israel needed to step up at this moment to save the Constitution. You don't do that sitting on your couch and say, oh, too late, coronavirus, we have to stay home now. But now I'm bored, I want to go out, government's not letting me. Oh good, Herbert's doing it. He's letting me out. He's giving me my freedom. I don't have to wear a mask. Again, you missed the whole Moses Exodus. Watch the Prince of Egypt. Watch Exodus, Gods and Kings. Watch the Ten Commandments. Whichever one is available for you. I mean, even though they're not translated correctly, especially as Hollywood revisionist films, they still present the key point. Creeping death. Moses had the Israelites stay inside. Now the number was 8 days. But we didn't obey from the beginning, did we? Governor Herbert let it build up in Utah first before he decided, oh, I think it's gotten too big. I guess we better stay home now. And Nelson slowly let it build up and slowly closed the church as a medical doctor. So the CDC and medical doctors around the world are saying, shut down everything. Get people in their homes. See, Moses has the serpent stick that medical doctors symbolically use today as their sign. The two serpents on a stick. They were doing what Moses did. Stay home. And we didn't do it. We let it escalate. And now it's too late. And so going back out, there's now more people with it. And so it's going to be spread far greater than it already has been. And we're almost close to 100,000 dead in America because we were slow. And I've tried different ways to inform you about how to do that, but this was the warning of the Book of Mormon. This was the warning of prophecies in the Bible. This is the warning I've been giving for the past several years. And now the consequences are following for disobedience to the words of the prophets, of the scriptures, and of modern day warners who are called prophets too. Samuel the Lamanite. He wasn't a prophet. God just said, hey, go warn the Nephites in their capital city that they're in big trouble. So he goes on the wall, repent. And what do they try to do? They try to kill him. But he made some prophecies, talked about signs in the heavens. And sure enough, they all happened, just as he said it would. Because he took the seed and produced the fruit out of it. And then tried to give those seeds from the fruit to the Nephites at the capital, and they refused to listen. So the Moses story, the Israelites were obedient. They stayed inside. Not a single one of them died. We can't say that for the latter days. That part of the prophecy has not come true. That failed. Oh, by the way, I heard that Jerry Sloan did not die of coronavirus, so I was like, why aren't they telling me how he died? Russ told me it had something disease or like Parkinson's or something, and so yeah, that's all they had to do. Is the news just needed to say Jerry Sloan died from complications with Parkinson's or whatever he had. That's it. That's all they had to do. Nothing complicated. But instead, Jerry Sloan has died, so now we're going to talk about his life. Well, how did he die? We're in a coronavirus pandemic. You're not telling us how he died? And so, yeah, today's numbers were bad. That's why they were late. Consistently, when they're bad numbers, they're always late putting it on the online site. They still have their, we're going to get it up by 1 p.m. But if the numbers are bad, they don't have in small print, we're going to be late because we don't want to be shamed as to opening early and downgrading too soon. They're going to keep on staying open. They have no intention of upgrading and keeping us at home if it escalates again. They're just going to let it ride. Just like Sweden, because Sweden's plan is to get everybody immune by infecting everybody. That's why they're not shutting down. That's why they're allowing people to be with other people. That's their strategy, because they know it's going to be too long for a vaccine. And how well is it doing? Not too well. Too many dead. But that was their strategy. Can't be ours. America is known for our poor immune systems. And so it's going to be a slaughter come election time. And Trump wants that. And all y'all fell for it. Because you don't know history. You don't know why the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints exists at all. And it's because of that that you don't understand the significance of the succession crisis. And so you're clueless as to what's going on right now. And you're refusing to listen to me. And you're allowing yourself and those you love to die.